Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Of course, this is the #1 online platform that offers you the best tutorials. On this tutorial, we are going, or rather, we are going to discuss about data frame. We were actually discussing data entry in R in the previous tutorial. So this is just but a continuation of data entry in R. And here we are going to discuss about data frames. So we are going to discuss about data frame, data frame in R. Realize in the previous tutorials when we were introducing R, we were actually talking about variables, matrices, and vectors. Those are some of the examples of how we can enter data into R software. Again, on our previous tutorial, we also discussed about lists, and we see how we can create a list, retrieve the elements of a list, and carry out different operations using lists. So in this tutorial, we will continue discussing on data entry in R, especially on data frames. So what is a data frame? A data frame is simple a special list with the data frame with the class data frame, and such a list or such lists must be of the same length. So in simple terms, a data frame is a list of vectors which are of the same length. It is a list of vectors which are of the same length. And realize when we were discussing about matrices, we were saying that matrices contains only one type of data, only one data type. That is, the elements of a matrix are of the same data type. But when it comes to data frame accepts different data types, that is numeric, characters, factors, and all those. So how do we declare a data frame in R? How do we declare a data frame in R? Actually, we will be using this syntax to declare the data frame in R. Of course, we need to have the name of the data frame, that is the variable name, and then the elements of the data frame will be in the data frame function. So we'll be using the data dot frame function, the data dot frame function, to actually capture the elements of of uh, of the data frame. So suppose I have the first column, because the elements in a data frame will be listed or will be printed in column form. So I'll be having the first column, and this first column will be having, it is a vector, so it will be having a certain number of elements, and because of that we'll be using the concatenating function. So let's say that is my first element, my second element, and that is my third element. And remember, these are elements of the vector, and this vector form the data frame. So I'll be having the second column, or rather the second vector, and this will be having a certain number of elements. But we realize these elements actually need to be of the same number as in the first vector in order for this to be a data frame, because we are saying data frame is a list of vectors which are of the same length. So then I'll be having the third column, and this third column will be having elements, and these elements need to be 3, because it must be of the same data type. So that is the syntax we'll be using to create a data frame. So suppose I have a data frame A, and this data frame stores these vectors, or these vectors. We have a vector that stores the ID of employees in a certain organization. So I'll be having the ID, I'll be having the ID, and because we are having a number of employees, we are using the concatenating function to capture the IDs. So suppose we have 1, 2, 3 as the ID of 3 different employees in a certain company. Then we have the names. We'll be having the names as the second vector. So the second vector will be storing the names, and because the names are more than 1, we will be using the concatenating function. So we'll be having the first name. Let's say the first name is Ali. The second name is let's say Omar. The second name is Omar. The third name is Molhat. Let's say the third name is Molhat, like that. So those are the names of the employee in this organization. So we need to have their salary. We can have another vector storing the salary. So I'll be having salary. I'll be having salary. And because there are 3, we need to use the concatenating function. So let's say the first one is getting 90,000. The second one is getting, let's say, 80,000. And the third one is getting, let's say, 70,000. So that is my data frame. So when I print the data frame A, it will give us the columns of the vectors. These actually the vectors. The first vector is representing the ID, the second vector is representing the names, the third vector is representing the salary. But because they are of the same length, we have formed a data frame to store these components, and they are executed as one unit. So in the first column I have the ID, the second column I have the names, and the third column I'm having the salary, and the third column I'm having the salary. So that is how we form data frame in R. The next question is, how can we identify, or how can we know that this is a data frame? How can we know the data type of a given data frame? Because we'll be having an element A, and we don't know if A is a variable, if A is representing a matrix, if A is representing a vector, if A is representing a list, or if A is representing a data frame. So how do we know? We will be using the type of function to check whether a variable is a data frame or not. So when I say type of, and I'm having the variable A, it will give me the type of A, and actually it is telling me A is a list. And of course we are saying that a data frame is basically a special list with the class data frame. So when I say what is the class of A, we know that A is a list, but what is its class? It will tell us it is of the class data frame. That is why we, in the definition, we were saying a data frame is a special list with the class data frame, and such list must be of the same length. So of course, yes, it is a list, but it is in the class data frame. Why is it in the class data frame? Because it is storing vectors of the same length. Now, suppose I want to get the names of the elements, or suppose I want to get the names of elements, or suppose I want to get only one employee from that data frame. That is, how do we get the number of, or how do we extract an element from a data frame? We are going to talk about that. Or suppose I want to know the number of rows or the number of columns in a given data frame. I'll be using the number of column function, that is n column function, to get to know the number of columns. And of course the number of columns is 3. The number of rows, I'll be using the number of rows function, n row function. And of course it is a data frame A, and it is giving us 3. So the number of rows, we use the n column function and n row function to get the number of rows and columns of a given data frame. How do we get the structure of a data frame? We can use the structure function actually to get the structure of a data frame. what is the data type, the general structure of the data frame. So we'll be using the structure function to get to know the structure